Hello students, welcome to class 11 physics class. Today's topic or last topic of this chapter, that is relative velocity, or you can say that relative acceleration, relative displacement, anything. So velocity means we know that displacement by time. So when we define the relative velocity, always we need or we have to clear concept about frame of reference. Normally we see that or we also consider that the velocity of that car is 20 meter per second. In that case, the frame of reference is Earth's surface. With respect to Earth's surface, the velocity of that car is 20 meter per second. So Earth's surface is called frame of reference. So with respect to Earth, so here the Earth acts as a observer. So we can say that whatever the observer position, that is called frame of reference. With respect to observer position, we calculate the velocity of another one body. So frame of reference means normally observer position. Because this chapter is based on the one dimensional, so here you can easily understand this relative velocity. So here we consider two examples. You see that in figure 1, a body or an object A stand on trolley and move with a velocity 10 meter per second. And another one object, that is suppose your friend B, it's observe your motion. He stand on the ground. So what will your friend see? Your friend will see that you are in motion. That means you move with some velocities, and that is 10 meter per second. Okay, with 10 meter per second you move in some direction. But now if we consider you and your friend both are stand on the trolley and move with the same velocity, that is 10 meter per second. Then your friend, what will see your friend? Your friend will see that you are in rest, because in first position your friend is at rest with respect to ground. Okay, and the trolley also with respect to ground is at rest. That's why he see that you are in motion. But in second figure, you and your friend both are in motion, move with a certain velocity. So when your friend observe you, then he see that you are in rest. That means your velocity is 0. So that B, here the B, observer B or your friend is an observer. With respect to that observer, we calculate the relative velocity of you or the object A. This is called frame of reference. This is the observer position. In first case, observer is at rest or stand on the ground, but in the second figure, observer position change. He stand with you on the trolley, that which is moved with a velocity 10 meter per second. Clear? So what how we write this relative velocity? So here if we find out the relative velocity of A, because observer here object B, so we find out the relative velocity of A with respect to B. With that's why it is called relative velocity, relative to another object. So another object, that is called frame of reference or the observer position. So we can write velocity of A with respect to B, that is written as VAB. velocity of A, we find out A, that's why A written first. With respect to B, B written after A. So VAB, that is called velocity of A with respect to B. And it can be written as VAB equals to VA vector minus VB vector. From first figure, you see that the VA, that is the velocity of observer. So velocity of observer here 10 meter per second with respect to trolley. Clear? And the observer is at rest. He stand on the ground, so its velocity is 0. So what will be the relative velocity of A with respect to B? That is 10 meter per second. But in case of second case, figure 2, you and your friend both are stand on the trolley. So both having the same velocity 10 meter per second. So what is the relative velocity of A with respect to B? That is VA minus VB, vector sign also be there. So VA 10, VB also 10, that is 0. So the observer V will see that you are in at rest. And when we calculate the velocity of B with respect to A, in second case, that is also 0. The observer A also see that the observer V is at rest because of both are in a motion with same velocity. Clear? Okay. So in like this way, we can say that the relative acceleration. Suppose in that case, that means this two figure, we can consider the trolley which is moved with a 10 meter per second velocity. Suppose here we consider the acceleration of the trolley, that is 10 meter per second square. So what will be the relative acceleration with respect to B? So that is also same. A here we denoted by VAB. So when we find out the relative acceleration, that is written as A suffix AB. So A minus acceleration of object A minus acceleration of object B, that is 10 minus 0, 10 meter per second square, and in second case also be 0. So here we can see that the relative acceleration, relative displacement means in figure A whatever the position of B, in figure 2 the position also change. It will displaced. Okay. With respect to that position, we calculate the relative velocity. In figure 2, with respect to the position on the trolley, we calculate the relative velocity. So relative velocity, relative acceleration, relative displacement or distance also depends on frame of reference. Also depends on frame on reference, that means with respect to observer. But here if we consider or if we talks about the time, suppose in the first figure, when you stand on the trolley, in your watch it will 5 PM, and in your observer, in your friend's watch, that is also 5 PM. As the time is after 1 hour, in your clock hand watch, that is 6 PM. Your friend also having same time 6 PM. So that time does not depends on the frame of reference. So time do not depends on frame of reference or does not depends on the frame of reference. So whatever the time of object A, the same time also have object B. So we can say that the time does not depends on frame of reference. Here, another one example here we consider the object A and object B. Object A move with a 10 meter per second and object B 20 meter per second, all are with respect to ground. So VA, that is 10 meter per second with respect to ground, and VB with respect to ground, that is 20 meter per second. What we calculate? We calculate relative velocity of object A with respect to B, and the opposite one, relative velocity of B with respect to A. So when we calculate VAB, relative velocity of A with respect to B, that means VA minus VB. Here G means with respect to ground, because both are in a ground, both are in motion with respect to earth's surface, ground. So VA, we know that this is a positive direction, so 10. But the VBG, that is VB, that is a negative direction. Not the negative, this is also the positive direction. So 20, 10 minus 20, that is minus 10 meter per second. So observer V observed that your relative velocity is minus 10 meter per second. And one thing you keep it in your mind, the relative displacement between the two objects is always same, because suppose after some time the A moves some distance, so in that time observer B also move in some distance. So relative displacement between two objects always constant. So if we consider here the relative displacement, not only the displacement, relative displacement. If between A and B is 100 meter, so after time t, the relative displacement also be 100 meter. So now if we find out VBA, relative velocity of B with respect to A, that means we can write VB minus VA with respect to ground. In this case, VB, that is equals to 20 minus VA equals to 10. So we get 10 meter per second. So in these two cases, VA and VAB and VBA, we can say that VAB equals to minus of VBA, VBA, that is equals to minus of VAB, because magnitude is same, but the relative velocity's direction for both cases are opposite to each other. That's why we get VAB in negative, VBB in positive. So in here we can say that VBA, that is equals to minus of VAB. Okay. Now another one example, if we consider, suppose object A stand on a trolley and its velocity with respect to trolley is 2 meter per second and trolley's velocity is 10 meter per second with respect to ground. So what will be the total velocity of this system, because the trolley and that object A, these two are makes one system. So what will be the total velocity? Simply that is 12 meter per second. So 2 is the velocity of object A with respect to trolley, and 10 meter per second is the velocity of trolley with respect to ground. And another one, your friend still stand on the ground, कब मुझे लेने आएगा मेरा friend, wait कर रहा है. Okay, so what we find out? We find out VAB, not P. Sorry, here I will written it wrong. That is AB. Okay. Suppose P is your friend's name. Anything is there. P is Pintu. Anything. Pralay. Anything. The name of your friend. And that is B. Okay. So you find out the relative velocity of A with respect to your friend Pintu. Okay. Suppose your friend name is Pintu. So what we can write? VAP equals to VAG minus VPG. The velocity of object A with respect to ground minus velocity of Pintu with respect to ground. But here we don't know the what will be the velocity of object A with respect to ground. Already we from that diagram we already conclude that the total velocity is 12, but still we find out the VAG in this relative method. So how we find out? From this figure where you stand and your velocity is 2 meter per second with respect to trolley. So first here we find out the velocity of object A with respect to trolley. So that means we can write the velocity of object with respect to ground minus velocity of trolley with respect to ground. So if we minus this 2, we easily get the velocity of object A with respect to trolley, and this is given velocity of object with respect to trolley, that is 2. We don't know VAG, but we know VTG, that is the trolley with respect to ground, that is 10. So here you see that VAG, the VA means total system, the with trolley. So VAG, that is equals to 12 meter per second. So we put it here. So we get the relative velocity of object A with respect to pin 2, that is 12 meter per second. Understood? Okay. So how we can write the relative velocity definition? You can write, two definitions are there, you can write any one. The relative velocity of an object 2 with respect to object 1. Object 2 means your friend, pin 2. With respect to object 1 means you only. When both are in motion is the time rate of change of position of object 2 with respect to that of object 1. Or you can say that this is the velocity of an object relative to some other object, because in first definition we find out, here we specify that we find out the relative velocity of object 2 with respect to object 1. But it's opposite things also we have, and we can also find out the relative velocity of object 1 with respect to object 2. That's why it's better you write the definition, the second one. This is the velocity of an object relative to some other object which might be stationary, moving slowly, moving with same velocity, moving with higher velocity, or moving opposite direction. Many things are happen in this relative velocity, not only the same direction, or one is object is stationary, another one is moving. Many things are happen, many cases are there. Okay, that's why I will prefer that you write the second number. Relative velocity is the velocity of an object relative to some other object, and the condition either they will be stationary, moving slowly, moving with the same velocity, moving with a higher velocity, or sometimes moving with the opposite direction. Okay, so mathematically how we can write? Suppose we consider the initial position of object A and B is XA and XB. 0 means at the initial. After some time t, what will be this position? We already studied this equation in kinematics, that XAT, that is equals to initial position plus with velocity VA into t, because velocity means displacement by time. So displacement equals to velocity into time. So initial displacement plus in time t, how much distance or displacement it occurs, that is the total, the sum of this two, that gives us the position of an object at time t. So XA of t, that is equals to, we can write XA of 0, that means origin, plus VA into t square, t. XB of t equals to, we can write same way, just suffix is changed, XB of 0 plus XB of VB into t. So displacement from object A to B, displacement from object A to B, what we can write if we subtract that to equation? From object A to B, so XB of 0 minus XA of 0 plus VB minus VA into t. This will be the displacement from object A to B. Equation 2 minus equation 1. XB of t minus XA of t. So if we find out the velocity of b with respect to a or relative to a, vba, that is equals to vb minus va, and velocity of a relative to b, vab, equals to va minus vb. Here also three graphs for three different conditions. There in definition we already mentioned that moving in opposite direction, moving with one having the higher velocity, one having the lower velocity, both having the same velocity, both at the stationary. Many cases are there. Just here I will consider three cases. First graph, these three graphs are the position time graph. In first graph, the objects are at stationary. That means its velocity is constant. If two objects move in a straight line with velocity va and vb, so if va equals to vb, that means the distance between them always constant. The distance between them is always constant. So we can say that two objects seems to be stationary for one another because both having the same velocity. So object observer B also see you are at rest. That a trolley case. When you and your friend stand on the trolley, so both are understand, or both are see, we both will see that you see that your friend is at rest, your friend see that you are at rest. This is the first one. So the velocity position time graph will be like this way. First figure. Second figure, if we consider the velocity a is greater than velocity b. So already we discussed with one example that vba equals to minus of vab. That means the magnitude of VAB and VAB, BA and AB will be lower than the magnitude of VA and VB. We already discussed this later, then you can understand. Okay, and the third case, when two objects are moving in an opposite direction with velocities VA and VB. So here we discuss the first one. So suppose A and B, from origin they will move together with velocity va and vb. With respect to origin, their displacement is xa and xb at time t equals to 0. So when va equals to vb, what happened? The distance between two bodies remains same at all the times. So the position time graphs already seen in this figure parallel to each other. Now in figure 2, second figure, here VA not equal to VB. One of the position time graph will be steeper than the other. When VA not equal to VB, one of the position time graph, that means for either for A or B, will be steeper than the other. Here in this figure you see that VB is greater than the VA. So the position time graph of VB will be steeper than that of the body A. And here also you see that one point P dash at time T dash. So here in this point or at this time T dash, these two graphs meet together. So what happened? At time T dash, that two bodies meet. That means they have same displacement from the origin. Up to P dash, you see that the displacement xa and xb, that is from origin, it will be equal. Initially, if we consider that if we here in that figure, we see that the body A having or moving ahead of body B. See that here xa and xb are the displacement of A and B. So before P dash, you see that the xa is ahead of the velocity of object A is ahead of velocity of object B. But after time T dash, when they meet at point P dash, what happened? The body B will be moving ahead of A. and that is the position time graph for this condition. And third number, when the two objects are moving in a opposite direction. So here we can consider these two bodies are the two trains. Two trains are moving in opposite direction, and you or any person sitting on any one train, any either of the train. So what he will see. So the other train, so he see that the other train seems to be moved with speed equal to the sum of two speeds. So suppose if you are sitting inside the train A, you see that the second train, that means the B train, move with a speed equal to the sum of two speeds. Sum of means the speed of train A and train B. That means you see that the second train will move faster, because you see the speed that is the sum of the two speeds of two trains, and the nature of the graph is like this way. I think you understand. If you have any problem, please write your problem in the comment box. Now how we can remember? This is a trick. Suppose here two objects or two trains, A and B. B is moving, both are moving opposite direction. So already we discussed that the observer seen the speed of the other train is the sum of the speed of two trains. So here in this problem, you see that the train B and train A moving, both are moving in opposite direction. Train A have velocity 70 km/h, and train B having 100 km/h. So if we find out, or if the observer see the relative velocity of B with respect to A, then what we can write? VB minus VA. Now in this case, you see that VB, that is a velocity of train B, that is 100 km towards the positive x direction, that's why 100, minus VA, that is towards the negative x direction, that's why minus 70. So ultimately what we get? 170 km/h. You see, this will be the observer seen that the speed of the train B or train A will be the sum of two speeds, 100 plus 70, 170. Now if we find out the relative velocity of A with respect to B, what we can write? VA minus VB. Now VA, it is a negative x direction, that's why we take minus 70, but the 100 one, that is positive direction, so plus 100, that means plus minus minus, so 170 km/h. Here also be speed is added, just my negative sign, both velocities, both relative velocities are in opposite direction, so we can say that VBA, that is equals to minus of VAB. Clear? Okay, so we can say that if two bodies are moving in opposite direction, the relative velocity will get added. Understand? Now the second problem, object A and object B moving at the same speed, but both are in the same direction. So now if we find out the relative velocity of A with respect to B, VA minus VB, that is equals to 100 minus 70, because both are the positive x direction, that is 30 km/h. Here the velocity decreases. Now if we find out the opposite one, VB minus VA, the 70 minus 100, that is minus 30 km/h. So that means The both relative velocity are magnitude are same but opposite, because one we consider with respect to A, one we consider with respect to B. Actually what happened, whatever we consider with respect to this observer, we consider that object is at rest. With respect to A, that means observer A is at rest, and we find out the velocity, relative velocity of the second object. So VAB, that means the velocity, relative velocity of A with respect to B, that means the object B at rest. With respect to that condition, we find out the velocity of object A. And VB, so now we consider object A is at rest and we find out the relative velocity of B. So in these two cases, you see that the two velocities are same, magnitude are same but decreases. First cases they will add it together, but here it will subtract it. So we can say that if two objects are moving in same direction, relative velocity will get subtracted. Relative velocity will get subtracted. You just remember these two things. Two objects in opposite direction, relative velocity get added. Two objects moving same direction, relative velocity will get subtracted. Here are some problems we discuss. First one, suppose you buy a new car and you are very happy. You are inside a car and moving with a velocity 20 meters per second. But your friends still have a trolley, stand on the trolley and move with respect to trolley. It's 3 meters per second in the opposite direction, and the trolley velocity is 10 meters per second with respect to ground. We find out VAB. Okay. So VAB equals to VA minus VB. A means with respect to ground, B also with respect to ground. We did not know the value of VAG, but we know the value of VBG, that is 20 meters per second. So how we can find out? Here in this diagram, if we don't use the relative sign also, relative method also, we already understand this side is 10 and opposite side is 3. So what will be the ultimate velocity of that system? 10 minus 3, that is 7 meters per second. Now if you apply the relative method, then VAT, the velocity of object A with respect to trolley, that is equals to VAG minus VTG, and we put the values, we get VAG equals to 7 meters per second. Now if we put here, we get VAB equals to minus 13 meters per second. Minus 13 meters per second. Okay. Another one problem, suppose chore police problem. One is a chore, another one is a police. Okay. So chore is moved with a velocity 10 meters per second and police run to catch that thief. Its velocity is 20 meters per second. And the relative displacement between them is 100 meters. Okay. So if we use a normal idea, so we consider after t second, what we find out after what time police catch the chore. So we consider that after t second police catch chore. That means after t second the position of chore and police will be same. So after t second, what will be the displacement of chore? That is 10t. D equals to V into T. And what will be the displacement of police? That is 20t. And you see that we can write that 20t, that is equals to 100 meter relative displacement between them, plus at t time what will be the displacement of chore. So 20t equals to 10t plus 100, we easily find out t equals to 10 seconds. Now if you find out the relative method, so we find out the relative velocity of police with respect to chore, that is equals to VPG minus VCG, that is 20 minus 10, both are in the same direction, that's why subtracted. 10 minus 20 minus 10, that is 10 meter per second. Now already we say that the relative distance always constant, because here you see that if t value is 10, so after t second the position of on the distance of chore is 100 meter, and what will be the position of police, that is 20 into 10, 200 meter. Relative displacement between them 100 meter, so it is constant. So relative displacement is 100 meter, so t equals to s by v, 100 by 10, 10 seconds. This is a in terms of relative method. Understood? Okay, so I think this type of numericals, this type of problems are come in exam. So whenever you find out the relative velocity, one observer, first you consider what you find out. You find out velocity of object A with respect to B, or velocity of B with respect to A. With respect to that object you consider at rest, then easily you can find out. Okay, and you have to remember, if direction of both objects are same, then subtracted. If opposite, they will get added. Understood? So these are the top concept about the relative velocity. I hope you understand. If you have any problem, then please write in a comment box. Have a nice day. Bye.